here, back here with another video. So on this video here today, guys, we're just gonna talk a little bit about the war that is currently happening with Russia and Ukraine, and also talk about some commodities as well. So remember, guys, that these videos are strictly for educational purposes. They are not investment advice or trading advice, so people are liable for a portion of their loss or an entire matching deposit. So do not trade money you cannot afford to lose. So guys, there's really pretty much some tension that is there between the NATO countries, Russia, and also the United States there as well. So we're gonna talk about a few things here today. Commodity, we're going to talk about gold, we're going to look at the German index, the DAX, we're going to look at the dollar index, we're going to look at the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq, and also check out WTI oil, because there's really pretty much being an effect with the current war that is brewing between Russia wanting to invade the Ukraine. So there on the JSE side, we're going to look at USDs, DRD gold, gold fields, Anglo American, and then of course we're going to look at SASOL there. So if we move along there, so we saw this over the weekend. Joe Biden spoke with Putin on the phone call there. So when they spoke there on the phone call, Joe Biden was telling Putin that there might be some consequences if he tries to actually invade Russia. So if we're looking at those current news that they are currently brewing there, we are seeing that oil itself, the demand is pretty much going higher, because most of the European countries, they get their oil from the Russian side. So prices of oil are just going through the roof. They are going higher, they are going higher, they are going higher. So as much as there's a war currently brewing, we also have an economic calendar that is going to take effect this week as well. So we're going to have, okay, while that one is still loading, let us look at some crypto. Okay, we do have an economic calendar that is currently here for this week. So there are some things that are happening on the economic side, but the biggest one for this week in the economic front, I could pretty much say that it's going to be on Wednesday. Okay, please give me a moment. So this thing is just loading slow. So we're going to have on Tuesday, we're going to have the RPA minutes releasing their minutes about maybe they will increase rates in the next month, or on Wednesday the Federal Reserve itself, is going to be their last statement, where they will be telling us that they will not be telling us directly, but they might give an indication that they might increase their rates the following month of March, on their March 16 meeting. So on Wednesday it's gonna be a big day for the markets there as well. So I'm sorry guys for the charts loading slow, but there are things that's really I cannot control. So if you go to the crypto side, we see that Bitcoin has been down about 1% the past the past 7 days, but the past 24 hours it is down about half a percent there, 0.57 percent. So if we look at the charts now, if we're going to check out the charts now, we would see that Bitcoin, it is just mute. There's really not much that is happening there. It is just mute. So on the previous video, what we said is that there was this FTR candle that is here. So this FTR candle that is here. So this FTR candle is causing this barrier, is causing a barrier here. So it's either Bitcoin is going to jump from here and move higher to 53,000, or if it trades below the FTR candle, which is the price is going to be below 41,000, Bitcoin will actually start to move lower, going to 32k, even as low as the 17,200 level I've been speaking about the past couple of weeks. So there's just two sides of the coin here, but I'm still pretty much bullish. Sorry, I'm still pretty much bearish on my side on Bitcoin there, because I still think that it will lose steam, and then it will go down. So if we look at gold, so gold, I think I spoke about it about a couple of weeks ago. Gold, I spoke about it a couple of weeks ago. We saw that I said a couple of weeks ago that gold is looking interesting to go higher. So with the current tensions that are happening there, a cold war that is brewing between Russia and NATO and and the United States, gold is actually trying to move higher because it broke this trend line here. I think I spoke about it a couple of weeks ago, when it actually broke out here, but it reversed and went back below this triangle pattern. But now it is trading outside this triangle pattern, so we might see a retest to this level, and then maybe the price will actually start moving higher. So that is just the daily chart. So the weekly chart is telling a bigger picture that gold might actually push to the upside there. It might actually push to the upside because it has been in this consolidation for about 3 years now. So maybe this should be the breakouts, gold reaching 1,900 per ounce, even 1,988, even as high as 2,078 per ounce there on gold. So if you look at the dollar index, DXY, so the US dollar index, it fell sharply a week ago, but now it is trying to recover. It is trying to actually recover there. So we might actually see the US dollar trading back at the 98, at the 96.89 level. So US dollar, I'm still pretty much bullish and bearish on other dollar pairs, and like euro dollar, GBP USD, and like some dollar pairs, but bullish on USD JPY. You see. So if we look at the S&P 500, SPX USD. So looking at the S&P 500, we saw that the market fell really sharply. It fell really sharply on the last day of the market last week. So now, if we're looking here at the weekly charts, we are seeing that there's two rejection candles that are here. So this was the first rejection candle on the upside, and this was the second one on the upside. So stocks, it's not really looking good on this side. You might actually see some bearish action. The S&P 500 maybe might come to the 4270 level, even as low as the 40 4095 level, even as low as the 4000 level, straight 4000 level. So we're looking at the next 100. So the story of the Nasdaq is pretty much almost similar to the story of the S&P 500, because like it's actually the FANG stocks that actually control these indices. So again, here we have like two rejection candles there on the upside, two rejection candles on the upside. So we might actually see the Nasdaq falling sharply again to the 13,730 level, even as low as the 12,950 level. So these are extreme levels that I'm talking about, guys. But if you just take a look at this of these charts there, the structure is just telling you that the market might be in a correction phase, might be in a very correction phase. So even the German DAX is telling us that even the German DAX is telling us that things are not looking very well when we're coming to the stocks. There you see there's this structure there on the German DAX as well. This structure here is telling us that the price might actually go lower. Let me just put it like this. Let me drag this here. So the German DAX might actually break this level here, the 14,850 level, and move lower, can come to retest this level again, and then fall sharply to the 13,718 level. So these are extreme levels, guys, that I'm talking about. But if you just take a look at what's actually happening on the geopolitics side, and with the Fed putting pressure on how they will increase interest rates, so it pretty much makes a little bit of sense. I'm not saying it makes complete sense, but a little bit of sense. So if we look at our own USDs, so looking at USDs, we are seeing that the ZAR closed off the previous week strong. The rand was really strong the previous week. It really touched the 15 rand level, the straight 15 rand level, and then it pulled back a little bit. So we might actually see price actually moving back higher there to the 1550 level, because the structure here is still telling us that the USD ZAR is still pretty much bullish, in line with what's happening with the dollar index itself. So if we're looking at our JSE top 40, J200. So if we're looking at our JSE top 14, last week it actually made a new high, a new all-time high at the 70,400 level. Wow, which is pretty much massive, but I'm still pretty much not certain what's actually pushing this market to that level, because if you're looking at the daily charts, you might see there's some bearish action that is currently happening here. You see those bearish charts that are actually happening here, and the structure that I drew, this structure that I drew here, the high low higher high lower low, is actually happening there on that level. So if we're looking at some gold stocks now, let us look at gold fields, GFI. So if we're looking at GFI, so GFI might move in line with what's currently happening there with gold. So we might actually see some really bullish action there on major gold stocks as well. So if we move to the weekly chart, the weekly chart is actually telling us that there's a bull flag that is there. So gold stocks and GFI and other gold companies might actually try to push higher, to move higher. So GFI might move to 190, even as high as 214, even as high as 233 rand a share there. So another one that you need to look at is DRD gold. So DRD gold hasn't been really been favored by markets, but maybe since gold itself is trying to move higher, so we might have a fighting chance here on DRD gold. So as long as this level, the 11 rand level here, that is here, still holds, we might have a fighting chance there on DRD gold. So another one, let us look at Anglo American. So Anglo American, it's one of those mega cap companies there on the JSE. It's one of those big companies there on the JSE. So roughly about 400 billion in market cap, if I'm not mistaken, 400 or 500 billion in market cap. So Anglo Gold, we spoke about it a couple of weeks ago, that it has been trading inside this range, and now it's trading outside the range. So we might actually see some bullish action here, trying to move to the 800 a share level, even as high as 900 a share. Even it can push to 1000 a share. So if we look at the last one, which is SASOL. So if we look at SASOL, so SASOL is moving in line with what's happening on the oil markets, so we might actually see some massive movements here there on SASOL. So SASOL may actually push higher above the 345 level, even as high as the 463 level, even to its all-time high, the 573 level. So I've forgotten to cover WTI, so let me just do it here, USOIL. So if we look at oil itself, I had forgotten to cover it, so let me just check it out right now. So oil is just pretty much moving in the straight bullish action there. So we spoke about it, that there is this reverse head and shoulder pattern. So this is the left shoulder, and then there's the head there, and then there's the right shoulder. So now it is continuing moving higher. So $100 per barrel is on the cards, even as high as 132 dollars per barrel there on the oil market. So guys, that's pretty much about it for today. So if guys you could subscribe, share these videos, push these videos, guys, I will try to do better, and I will try to do even more content on a daily basis, or even interview traders as well. So guys, I'm thankful, I'm grateful for those who watch and share these videos. So you can follow me on my socials, guys. There on Twitter we are available, Stocks for Hope, and then on Facebook again we have a page there, Stocks for Hope. We actually post charts as well there, and then our Twitter handle is Stocks for Hope, and my personal handle is Mo_Dlamini. So guys, thanks. I'll see you again in the next video. So God bless, thank you, and goodbye.